Let's go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and launch this. Download screenshots, Bluetooth. Fuck, is they even here? Yeah, they're here. Alright. Fuck, I'm gonna have to sift through them. Right. My, first attempt to showing off of Platoon. I think I've done one on here before. I think I have. But I guess for the newer people who are here, especially if you're coming off of Dark Light Dugan's channel. When he asked me what I was about, I told him, first, I guess at heart I'm a philosopher, and that spurred its own conversation, and it dipped into a lot of what other people, have in mind as far as what philosophy is. So, guess here's my one way of proving that. And for my first act, I'm gonna pour myself my goddamn cup of coffee because it's really I just finished recording the actual audio that's going to be going on the site. Let me move this over here because I'm sure going to spill this shit. There you go. This is going better than my hauling of fucking tequila out of the goddamn car last night. Dropped a whole fucking handle of tequila last night. I had to buy a whole another one to go pick up later today. Hence why we're starting so fucking early. Alright, hey, I'm gonna go get some I'm gonna put some creamer and shit in here because unlike you people who retain your semen as sun your assholes and your balls and all this shit, I actually like enjoying my fucking stuff. Not that I didn't enjoy black coffee when I did. Henry, be right back. Get my fucking creamer. Actually, I need to upload this shit too. So I can now do because I'm not reading and upload or recording or whatever. Oh shit! I do need to go to the store. Okay. I'm low on whipping cream. I use whipping cream in my coffee. Whipping cream and Irish cream. Why? Because of that damn good. That's why. Again, life's fucking short, which is going to be, again, another point that we're going to be making here. And so why spend your time, if you're going to drink something, make it worth fucking drinking. I could throw a little bit too much cream in here, but oh hell, I've done that, and I've done that to a girl a few times. God, I still remember hearing this. What was it? I actually did the no fap thing for like 3 or 4, I think it was 5 days actually that she wasn't over, and she came over in the morning, and I think she was working at the casino, so it was like real early, like 5 or 6 in the morning. Like I'm just trying to stay awake, and there you go. One thing I forgot to turn the fuck off. Jesus Christ. Oh, there we go. Civil unrest brief. Devik Chauvin trial analysis. I brought that up on recording too. What the hell is this other shit? God damn it. Of course, now that I'm fucking realizing all this other bullshit is going to start happening. Okay. Great. Man, we get up to it, and you know, it comes to we both come to that mutual climax of a session, and she realizes just how much it is like, and I still remember going like, "Why did you just wrestle?" Like, I didn't feel like I just wanted to save that. He's like, it's literally running down to her ankle. Great first legend. Fuck you! I just woke up. And that's where my mind starts at when I wake up. I would say I'm a morning sex person, but I would assume I wake up in the morning. I guess it'd be afternoon. Afternoons are fucking great if it's not super fucking hot out. Anyways, let me start getting this uploaded. We're doing it live. As this thing fucks up. It fucked up the other day. I don't know how. Somehow I had the charger and I went to start it. It wouldn't fucking start. Turns out the battery was at 0, even though it was on the charger the entire fucking time. And I went and looked today. I have it on a charger with the fucking meter so I can see how much, voltage amperage is going on into it. And somehow, like, it was at like 80 something percent. Like, dude, you're being monitored for this exact fucking reason. Like, what the fuck? Let's see, what else is fucking up? Okay. Okay, I'm fucking up because I didn't hit the right buttons here. Hey, could you do warm-ups? Yeah, this is my warm-up. 10, 15 minutes into the damn show. Here we go. Here's your voice warm-ups. All right. Load it now. I'm going to reload it. Oh, boy. Here we fucking go. Why am I looking at googly ads? What the fuck is that shit? Get out of there. I don't know why I have googly ads on my own fucking website. All right. Cool, it's down 92%. I had issues with this. Let me tell you how I used to do 15-minute philosophy. Okay, cool. Upload it. There we go. At least something's working right now. There we go. Finally. Let me tell you how 15-minute philosophy went. I can't remember how exactly I recorded them before, but for the most part, like I would wake up, I would write them in like Monday or Tuesday or whatever. I'll write them as I woke up because I would have them in my mind. I'd do the writing and editing and all this other stuff. And Wednesday or Thursday, I would actually record it, and I would just record it, just on the phone, just like this. And one of the reasons I did this, one, I was lazy. So I just kind of, and I just kind of wanted to roll out, but like, okay, I'll just go ahead and read it. It'd be kind of my way of doing a raw record, because everything I do in the bedroom is raw. But 3, it's like the sound quality was actually surprisingly good. And I hadn't done that with this device yet, so I figured I'd go ahead and give it a whirl there. I think I'd done it before in this bedroom. I think the acoustics are a little bit better in this than it was the old place. But yeah, for whatever reason, I did some pre-recordings. Like, I'm hearing all this fucking feedback from like me moving around and shit. Hey, Red, how's it going? I'm just waking up. But yeah, that's how I used to read them, and I decided to go ahead and do that little test run. And the most part, I think it went well. I didn't listen back to it just yet. And actually, usually, I got in that comment before, you know, like, what was it, 15-minute philosophy, you know, 45 minutes or, you know, hours later. Whole concept being, you know, and whatever the hell I'm reading, you just got off work. Jesus, how long you been awake? You know, Ken, he's on the stunning and brave coast, so you know, there's that. He's 3 hours ahead of us. You know, so hopefully the audio that I think I did it okay. We'll see. I'll listen back to it later. I'll use this as a great segue. What's the topic of the show today? Triage. You know what triage means, Red? I'm doing a 15-minute philosophy show, which that's in the title. You know, 4:42 p.m. Oh, you're stunning and brave 3 hours and 5 minutes ahead. Okay, thou holiness. What's the topic of today? Triage. Let's see, that uploaded right. Okay, I can switch this back to the other data. Yeah, I got like 3 or 4 fucking networks here too, so in case one fails, and then I got another one. If that fails, I got another one. It's always good to have backups. I'm just wondering, speaking of backups, I'm just wondering what else is gonna fucking start beeping in the background. We're doing 15-minute philosophy, in this case, triage. It follows an engagement that I had with a quote-unquote online buddy a while back. I managed to record all that. And this time I do want to actually read some of the screenshots that I got. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. If not, it'll just be a read-through, and then it will be done there, and then I get to go get dressed and then pick up not just my beer, but also a replacement for the handle of fucking tequila that ended up dropping last night because the people who fucking bagged my shit didn't bag it right. Yes, I still want to beat somebody's head in, you know, or cut their fucking jugglers up with that piece of fucking glass that was part of that handle of tequila. Well, that's just me. All right, we gets to reading. 15-minute philosophy. Triage. Quote, sometimes the only purpose one life serves is as a warning to others. That alone should give you an idea of what we're about to get into. There are 2 previous posts that this serves as an expansion pack to. And while it should stand alone well enough on its own, it is better to go back and read/listen to them before continuing further. The first, which contains the definition of retardism, how many times have you heard that in the show, is the 95%. The link will be in the post. Hopefully I'll have it up later today. If not, it will be up tomorrow. The second, which might be the most ironic piece ever written, given the example to be made of shortly, is zombie. And that 15-minute philosophy post is also linked in here. Assuming you finished the above, and thanks by the way, I know they are both lengthy but well worth it. Let us continue. Ever have that one of three friends that, before the collective meltdown of the 2016 election, let alone the more recent one and the retardemic currently going on at the time of this writing, you could wind up in an argument you both had a fundamental disagreement with, but outside of that, you knew they were good people? Hell, before all the available info in the world could be found on a device you're reading this on, folks named Karloff and MigTubus who downloaded this to their Kindle and printed it out. Shut the fuck up. Yes, because they fucking told me, like, hey, I just, download and listen to it later. All right. Again, you fucking East Coasters. You holier than thou fuckers. You're on the blessed coast. There you go. You don't have time to listen to us West Coasters. Okay. I gotta give him a shout out where I can. Meaning any argument with tangible reason and evidence could be objectively proven or disproven. You could have whatever debate at hand and still possibly go grab a beer later that day because, again, your relationship to each other, let alone what they base their reality on, doesn't revolve around subjects that likely are outside your control anyways. You better believe it. Okay, yeah. All right, sure. No. You know what? Hang on. I'm going to try something real quick. Where is the, there's a brightness button on this thing. Should have a display thing on here, but it doesn't. Okay, now I got to go find it. Ironically enough, you say that when we come to this part of the article. Let me see if it shows up on here. There you go. There's your fucking answer right there, you goddamn asshole. A tweet from Ice-T himself. Where's a safe place to say shit, to people who F you up. The internet. There you go. Let me put that back. Set it back to auto. East Coast, best coast. Okay. All right. But then you all move over here. Isn't that the funny fucking thing? The East Coast is the best coast, but then you all complain about it to move over here. And then you have people from the certain parts of the West Coast. They just moved to other parts of the West Coast and maybe parts of Texas. All right, sure. I'll go over there and deal with your fucking humidity at some point just to say I've been there. Actually, I have. I've been to what was it? I guess I was in Florida briefly because I got paid to drive a van out of there. But it's been a week in North Carolina. I'll be honest, I actually enjoyed it. No, it was humid, but not too much so. I don't really deal with humidity all that well. And I like the weather that was out there, Now, I don't know how much I will like it, when it gets real spicy, like, well, I don't know, hurricanes start going through there, but hey. Don't worry, the West Coast has its drawbacks too. Y'all got hurricanes and shit, The Midwest has tornadoes. And then we over here, we got fucking calderas, so at least y'all get some warning as far as real bad weather that might wreck your fucking house. But at least it's kind of temporary. You can kind of board up for it. How do you board up this goddamn caldera exploding? I still remember, like, I lived in Inglewood and all that stuff, and what was it? That's right along the San Andreas Fault. Like literally, one of the fault line cracks was about a quarter mile away from my place because I saw it on a map when I was going to an Inglewood City Hall meeting. I used to go to those back then every Tuesday night, I think. But I moved out, and of course, I moved to what was it, June Lake. I moved to Eastern Sierras. Then there's a Long Valley Caldera. I think that's what it was called out there. I'm like, okay, so now I don't have to deal with earthquakes potentially, but a fucking caldera exploding, like the one that's over in Yellowstone, I was threatening to explode a few years back. What now? Whatever. Then move up here, and I'm like, okay, cool. I don't have to deal with that for it. No, turns out there's Mount St. Helens, which is in Oregon, I think. That it's a state away, which could still be a problem. But then there's Mount Rainier that might explode, and then oh my God, there's a caldera under that too. It's like Jesus Christ! I keep moving to places that could, the ground could explode at any fucking moment. Holy fuck! I'll have people defecating up on the sidewalks, and at least the crackheads heat themselves. You have New York City that does that shit. Literally. And you don't have that because nobody wants to go to where you are. Mickey's referencing Seattle and San Francisco. Go follow Juan, what was it, LOU415 _ He documents all that shit because he lives in like the worst part of San Francisco. Yeah, the ground's not going to explode under you anytime soon either. You just might get swept away by a hurricane. All right, I'll continue. Oh, the caption I had for that was, in fairness, fact-checking during an argument is usually done from a distance online, not in person, which makes it more problematic to go grab a beer afterwards for starters. For better or worse, however, most interactions these days are online. And not only does that provide a physical safety barrier from the retaliation of disrespectful behavior, but in part, because of that, gives most people the bravado to show their true colors and beliefs, as well as their disdain for opposing ones. Ask me how I know? I'm pretty much out of touch with just about every quote-unquote friend I had back when I lived in LA. And this past year burned away entire groups of them, some of which I was very well known in, to the point people I'd never met before recognized me on site. No less. More on that here. It was a good time being part of the Third Man Militia while it lasted. I have a LinkedIn here as well. 15-minute philosophy virtue. And documents the whole thing. It went down during the stunning and brave jogging sessions that happened. When was it? Mid-May, I think? Remember that fucking George Floyd thing went down? The guy's on trial now. The cop had to deal with this fucking criminal. And we're already seeing the fucking the groundwork for more jogging sessions to break out anyways, We're already looking to see that happen. And from what I can tell, I think we talked, Miguel was brought up on Dark Light Dugan's channel. Somebody brought it up. He's probably going to walk because how the fuck did you actually legally convict this guy? Everything's on camera. The guy was coked up on everything. But yeah, we're going to have more fucker. Even if the guy gets, convicted of anything, there's going to be a riot. You're going to be, sorry, not the R word, not the R word. They're going to be jogging sessions. Very nice celebratory jogging sessions. That's what they're going to be. Speaking of San Francisco, Juan's here. How you doing? Oh, Matthew, one of the mods to Dark's channel. Glad to catch you live. I figured I wanted to do at least one of these at this time where I just fucking woke up and I'm just drinking my coffee. You know, and I'm reading a philosophical post. And we're talking about East Coast and crepe pies running down the girls' ankles. Because that's how I fucking do things here. I just got out of the gym. Juan just lost I guess he put on the COVID-15 or something, and you know he got rid of 12 of it already. So good for him, man. Hopefully he doesn't have to wear a mask. Well, never mind. He's in California. Of course he has to wear a mask to go to the gym. Hey, why do I work out at home? I don't know. I got a workout to do tonight, actually. Calisthenics bodyweights. I think I'll, just because I'm not satisfied with the amount of working out I'm doing, I think I'll put the 30-pound vest on for this. Because mostly it's push-ups, squats, and deadlifts. Yeah, I'll put on the 30-pounder for that. I don't put in the other ones because I don't feel like doing a striking training. I don't feel like doing that at night after I shower or whatever. You know? Here's Rick Crusader doing his he's doing his cultural appropriation here. Sorry, hey, Red, you're the wrong skin color for that, man. That bad red. You can't do that. That not be allowed. Only me on very one. Okay. Just been reference comments to your page earlier. Yeah, he's talking about how the East Coast is the best coast because we have enough people on this coast that actually, like we'll have to deal with the bad things that happen with too many people here. That's not entirely true. You got a ton of people on the East Coast too. How do I know? There are every listener that's like on every page except for Dark's channel. And I actually asked that in his chat yesterday. I was like, how many on the West Coast? I think one person answered. I'm gonna guess Matthew here is on the West Coast, or well, maybe not. He just said he caught this live, so maybe he's on the East Coast too. I'm gonna guess a few of those because they'll tune in like when I'm like doing the Saturday show and it's like 11, 12 at night here. And that's like 2, 3 in the morning on the West Coast. I'm like, there's no way you guys are staying, even if the bars were open at 2, 3 o'clock. Hopefully you're knee-deep with someone else or you're in bed or something. Like, who's listening to live streams at 3, 4, 5 in the morning? Well, like, some of y'all got to be on the West Coast or you're like you're in another continent or something, man. Nice job, Juan. And he got a kick out of something we were saying earlier. He used to be in the West Coast and the Midwest now, though. All right. Well, I make reference to that, too. East Coast, they have hurricanes they have to deal with. Midwest, y'all got to deal with tornadoes. And snowstorms and blizzards. I forgot about that one because that was a big hot button topic. Talk about, what was it? I think it was Texas this year. Like bull rush in the Houston subgrow, down in, Houston. Had to deal with that shit for a couple weeks. And then here in the West Coast, we have to deal with fucking calderas and earthquakes and shit. Which, like, fuck. At least the other ones you can kind of plan for. Like, how do you plan for a caldera exploding? How do you plan for an earthquake? No. I need some more coffee. I'll be right back. I'll keep the mic on. It's supposed to be reading a fucking article here, man. Well, this is why I recorded the actual audio that'll be going on the website earlier or the website later. That's why I recorded it. Just record that shit in isolation. I have my own damn. I got enough distractions on my own. You had the YouTube live stream chatting on, and all hell breaks loose. There you go. Factoid for life. Give your you don't have to drink your coffee black, just like you don't have to, sun your assholes or retain your semen. Or eat your cornflakes. You don't have to drink your coffee black. Give it as much cream as you're giving your woman. Trust me, you'll feel good and she'll feel better. Ask me how I know. All right. There you go. Speaking of West Coast, Jesus Christ, man. Like, this weather reminds me of fucking LA almost. Colder than LA, which is fine with me. God, the next 2 weeks are going to be like fucking nice and sunny and maybe kind of partly cloudy or something like you could actually go hiking in. Fuck. I make money when it rains, damn it. Give my inclement weather back. I moved here for that shit. Son of a bitch. Keep up with the comments, and I'll keep reading. Midwest call, yeah. All right. Y'all go ahead and do your thing over the Midwest. I'm not going to knock the Midwest because I really haven't been there in what here. It ain't too bad. It's just you got to haul shit there. That's the thing. Hell, West Coast and East Coast we can all make fun of because for our own respective reasons. But we're coast, we're fucking port town, so easy to get shit there. Now, don't worry, I have my ideas on a place I want to move there. I go where East Coast of Ohio is Midwest to me. So cold out, snowing a little at the house. I'd make fun of you, but at least I know how y'all actually do get some decent winters up there, which I think it's spring now, isn't it? Shit, I was delivering God, what was it? To one of the local colleges in Seattle. I forgot this. Like they have the fuck are those called? Cherry trees, cherry blossom trees, something like that. And like those are actually in bloom. I got pulling up. I mean, it's at night, so it's only really illuminated by whatever lights are outside. And my headlights on something like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's nice. It's getting money. Okay. Seattle's kind of an asshole, but it's got its nice. I mean, the nature's nice. That's pretty cool. I still remember the comment I made, when I moved up in this area. It was like, all right, I'm in the middle of a freaking city. You make one wrong left turn, and like just suddenly you're in the country, like you're looking at like farm animals and shit. You're like in the middle of a forest. Jesus, I can't keep up. Keep shooting your toes with those eruptions. Sport Brand, the other mod for Dark's channel. What's up, Kings? I'm smart. All right. I had something to read here. Okay. It's like 25 degrees with show. I'm going to assume snow is what he meant. I thought it was April Fool's joke till I looked outside. Oh, shit, it is April Fool's. That's right. I got to get a good post to put up. With my main man. Oh, he's talking to Matthew. Black Earth to grow your food and good women to grow your family over here in the Midwest. All right. I've heard that. I'll get out there and sample / ruin some of your woman for marriage out there. Yeah, I'll get out there and check that out for sure. He's trying to tag sport print. You got to type it the exact way his name is spelled. So you have to capitalize his name the way yours is. Just tag, but in the chat this small, he won't be able to see it. He's working on a knife now. Actually, should be able to get it out the start of it. Oh yeah, Matt, if you want to throw how to get to people in the chat, or how to get to you in the chat, go ahead. Matthew, he makes custom knives. Like, he actually forges them. And Dark, I think, actually gave some of them out on one of his channels. He did like a giveaway. So if you want a good knife, go ahead and check him out. That's where I used to live. We lived 10 minutes outside of town, and it was all fields and woods. Yeah, I heard you live in like the cornfields or something. I think he was referencing whatever the hell I was talking about. Good boy living. Isolate yourself, raise a family. Yeah, it goes back to the donut theory of real estate that Aaron Clary's famous for. AskConsulting.com, by the way. You always want to kind of live on the outside of wherever the big hubs were for city living. You don't necessarily live in the rural areas, but just kind of outside of both. That's what I've kind of done as far as places I picked. But it's worked for me. I think that's what they're referencing here. All right, let me get back to what the fuck I was reading. Okay, well, let me go. I'll go back and read this. For better or worse, however, most interactions these days are aligned. Not only does that provide a physical safety barrier from retaliation of disrespectful behavior, but in part because of that, gives most people the bravado to show their true colors and beliefs, as well as their disdain for opposing ones. Ask me how I know. I'm pretty much out of touch with just about every friend, quote unquote, I had back when I lived in LA. And this past year, burned away entire groups of them, some of which I was very well known in, to the point people I never met before recognized me in person. And I have the link to 15-minute philosophy virtue. You can find it if you go to my website and type in virtue. It should pop right up. And cover pic, I think, it's a picture like Darth Vader's helmet or something like that. It referenced it to the whole black screen. What was it, Blackout Tuesday? I think it was. That stupid fucking thing I ripped to shreds way back when it happened. Yeah, that should be easy to find, but it'll be in the article. It'll get put out later tonight or tomorrow. I just have a little bit more editing that I need to do. Now I'm just reading a rough draft here. Honestly, no regrets. Much as I miss those connections and conversations, better to find out who's really on your side before shots are being fired than after. And I've gone out to find people that actually would have my back. Lesson being to learn the difference between the two and to figure out who you can reason with and possibly convince that perhaps they might be in the wrong, as opposed to simply doubling down and call you out on actions they themselves are guilty of. Which brings me back to our example. 2 penny prints, or just prints for at least some brevity for once. What I missed, the internet was acting up after I posted the last comment. Not much, just me interacting with the chat. Matt, you're my Goombata. I'm not sure what that means. I gotta disconnect it back now. I'm gonna hit you up if I make you an after on Instagram. Okay, cool. I think we follow each other on Instagram too, so yeah. Yeah, send me a message. Yeah, I'd be down to get a knife from you. Well, that's all pretty interesting. Like that, what was it, that Kenpachi Zaraki knife you had? Dark was showing off. All right. I think I remember this one was like his first post that I ended up seeing was like, wait long enough and the wackadoos start coming out. Or no, that was the first post he was doing. What I have to put it here, but it was another engagement we had gotten into. It was like 2 or 3 panels. And the caption for that is saying, let's just say this isn't our first entanglement. Unlike what most wives tell their husbands when they settle for when they find out who that secret number is. Ask Will Smith how he knows. By the way, future spoiler alert, we'll see, knock on wood. Actually, I already have Bowl of Chaos was one of them. We got another one that's going to be coming down the line. Let's just say that. Someone's going to find out who that secret number is. Hey, are you worried about guys show up at your front door? Yeah, go ahead. See what happens. You got to be able to kick it in first. In the meantime, hear your woman make sounds you've never heard her make on the other end of it. Again, ask me how I know. Prince is a guy that found the show a few years back, and we've had our disagreements, but for the longest, we had a lot more that we agreed on. And overall, he seemed like a solid guy you can go out and get a beer with. Someone that didn't take himself too seriously. Hell, he's someone that, when his own, let's just say, personal issues became too much and he reached out for help, I did what I could to get his message out to those who follow the program. But of note, especially in recent days, is not just his increasing fervor of politics. Take a wild fucking guess which stunning and brave flavor. But the sheer shameless arrogance of self-proclaimed superiority behind them, to the point that it is clear there hasn't been anyone around him physically to put him in his place for a long time now. Let me see if I can show that off here. Can you guys see that? Sort of. I'm going to go ahead and lower this. Got enough light here anyways. Speaking of light, it's fucking warm. That's a, oh, the fucking, what do you call it, is reflecting. I'll go ahead and read it. Matt, Juan wants to know your handle, and I'd ask you to drop that in. If people want to get in contact you to get the knife, drop your handle in there. There's a quote by Ed Ledham where he says, don't argue people over the internet. If you don't like me, just swing on me when you see me, and we'll take it from there. That was the, what do you call I have there? I'll just go ahead and leave that up there so I can see it. Case in point, the most recent altercation he started on purpose, the reason of which will be revealed as we analyze just what the fuck happened here. There we go. There's his Instagram handle. Get in contact with him there. Have him make you a knife. Yeah, so that was the one I came across. It was like, you waited long enough, the wackadoos come out. And have the quote was like, I can't possibly see where this is going. Right there from the cover pic, we could see whatever he was doing online beforehand was bait he knew someone was going to take him up on, and which someone clearly did. Today's topic, can't exactly tell because Prince, for reasons we'll get into, didn't include the original post. So there was another post that he had up there that either he put up or he was engaged in that he never linked to, he didn't take screenshots of, he just, either he took it down himself if it was on his page, or he just did not even reference it. But given the caption reads context, one of us doesn't believe him. You know, the retard remover, the V jab. We can take a wild guess what hot button topic he wanted to make conflict over. We continue. Let me see. Let me go and do this real quick, because I think we'll be able to find this relatively quickly, and I was totally fucking wrong because This fucking reset. God damn it. Oh, yeah. Okay. This fucked up. Oh, yeah, here you go. Wait long enough, the real wackadoos come out of the woodwork. That's what he had to say about whatever the fuck he was talking about. Get that out of the way. Well, I say he's going to look you up. That's what he had to say. That was the title pick. Okay, yeah. You don't care about things like the Tuskegee experiments or how Pfizer has gotten in trouble multiple times for everything from safety issues during trials to bribing doctors. Well-behaved past pet, good for you. I mean, I kind of said the same thing to him, in fairness. All right. Let me get back to the article. All right. Ask and receive he did pushback. Did pushback? And again, this needs editing. From whatever he was doing. Someone stepped up and answered him with a historical context on the failings of medical authority way back when, especially with the group of persecuted people at the time. And given the comment led with, "We get it, you just don't care about," and it well-behaved house pet, I can imagine this wasn't his first online altercation. Wasn't the first online altercation these two have had. Response? Full retard mode, activate! Actually, I had that pulled up. Here we go. Here's his response. Wow, you're, without a sense of irony, compared the COVID vaccine with the Tuskegee Airmen. I want to say you should be ashamed of yourself, but somehow I don't think that will permeate. White people are now trying to compare their minor inconveniences with some horribly tragic and traumatic event experienced by black people. It's the latest and greatest in gross ironies. I mean, it truly is shameful, pitiful, out of touch, and insensitive. All right, I'm done with this post. That's what he had to say. Kind of wish I said that in the isolated audio, but it'll be on the post. First order is, of course, to open up a projectile to the great without a sense of irony. Don't worry, it continues. And not only to, in his mind, a false comparison, but immediately jump to the Tuskegee Airmen and the retard remover. It should be noted, in case you're unaware, that the Tuskegee group was the other guy I was referring to was not, in fact, a famous pursuit group that operated in the European theater for the Army Air Corps during World War II. So why that was an offhand response by Prince is anyone guess, other than maybe he deep down thinks most black groups of people are the same. Hey, did it just get dark in here? Yeah. Kind of wish the lights were a little bit closer. I could turn them off. Gotta work on my lighting. Sorry if you're mining Bitcoin while you're reading this. Okay, I still got stuff I need to look up. He continues with the personal attacks, which means the argument would have been lost had one been started in the first place, making actual false comparisons between white and black issues, even though the other guy made no mention of race. Huh. For such a non-racist, that seems to come up a lot. Then finishes with a ton of negative labels and accusations, stating after he was quote-unquote done with this post, which I guess was his way of walking off the court after a victory. Now let's look at the caption. Actually, let's look at the caption. COVID vaccines, whatever. Hey, you know what? We'll read through this first. Hang on. His first order of business was to correct his mistake of mislabeling which group was referenced. Too little, too late, in my opinion. Then, in one of, if not the most ironic of examples of idiocracy I've ever seen, proceeds to paint his viral zombie apocalypse scenario, which ends with some black scientist saying "tisk tisk conky" before shooting some non-believer white Republican in front of his daughter. adding partisan discrimination on top of racial prejudice, which apparently is something no one could have possibly have seen coming. So let's read what he had to say. Walter's in the chat. How you doing? So here's the caption. Ha ha ha. Tisk tisk conky is one of the funniest things to ever pop into my head. I just imagine some bad virus outbreak that turns you into a zombie, not turns into a zombie, turns you into a zombie movie. Where this uptight black scientist, because race matters, even though we're all equal. You know, fuck content of your character rather than the color of your skin, right? Good, good. Sorry I'm late. No problem, man. There's no late around here. Shit, I was late. I was like 5 minutes late to my own damn to this damn live stream. So, the subtype black scientist accidentally gets teamed up. Accidentally, some new age right Republican. Oh boy, here we go. Bull Rush is here. Hi, ho, Rambo. Let me see something real quick. Did I make maybe a bad idea, but did I make Bull Rush a mon? No, I don't want to try this for free. Turn this down. There you go. Cool. There we go. What else is the moderator now? Cool. Used to be character, not now. Sure, I'm not sure. Where was I? I was reading. He imagines some bad virus outbreak that turns into a zombie movie. This uptight black scientist accidentally gets teamed up with some new age white Republican. The whole movie, the scientist is trying to convince the Republican to take a vaccine to prevent him from turning into a zombie, but he keeps refusing to take it. And through a string of fortunate events, he keeps avoiding getting sick and thinks that's proof he doesn't need the vaccine. Then finally, towards the end, the Republican finds his family, and his daughter runs up to him and jumps into his arms. Little does he know, she has the virus but is immune. As he's holding her, she sneezes into his face. She laughs and she says, "Don't worry, Daddy, you took the vaccine." With the horrified look in his eye, he drops her as he starts to turn into a zombie. Camera pans to the scientist, now armed with a shotgun. And he says, "Tis, tis, conky," then blows him away. Ha! Bet you didn't see that payoff coming. Also, I'm really stoned. That's his words, not mine. There you go. Comment of the day. Oh God, you're all screwed. Okay, maybe this was a mistake. Here we go. We're never gonna have comments on the show again because Bullers is gonna mod them all. Go check out his shop, by the way. Etsy.com/shop/Lazarus Razors. Just look up Lazarus Razors on Etsy. I got one of his razors. And Bullers, I need to get some supplies. Let me know where to get those. We'll talk offline about that. Oh God. Okay. Well, this resets, so I need to go back to wherever the fuck I was reading. Where did I leave off at? Hang on. What was it? Idiocracy. There was a comment I had to that. Apparently, you have to be really stoned to think up this Academy Award-winning script. Still wondering why I said re-zombie after this. You know, guy literally painted a fucking retard level clown world. You know, scenario of the zombie apocalypse. Hey, you get the vaccines. And the black scientist is going to shoot some white Republican. Okay, yeah, in front of his daughter, by the way. That's what comes up in his head. He continues with examples of deaths from smallpox as reasoning why he should get the retard remover, which he does state has killed over 900 people so far, and compares that rate to being, quote unquote, safer than driving. For starters, not even taking into account how long it took to create the retard remover, we'll just say it that way. Or literally any element compared to this one, aside from the retardemic. The fact that by his own admission, outright killed almost 1,000 people within a few months of being given out should be enough to give any sane person pause. By the way, I follow a Telegram channel that covers a lot of these. God, what now? Oh, tonight's link. Cool. Oh yeah, that's right. I'll be on Chris Von Erich's channel tonight. Go check him out, Chris Von Erich. Let me type that. Let's see if I can type that in the chat without fucking things up. Oh, should pop right up. There we go. Maybe we'll do a lot more things here. Oh boy, and speaking of which, we'll go ahead and pause in the middle of this. Sister just sent me a text earlier today that said, I can't wait till you get the vaccine so we could see each other. Not sure if I want to give her the news or not. I'll tell you this. My own mother, she announced that she and her new husband got the vaccine. They were asking me if I was going to get one. I just told them flat out. I was like, because you know what? I mean, that's Master's already my line in the sand, so the vaccine has already taken a line over it. So, hey, you know what? I'm used to losing family and friends over shit like this. So, I mean, if I lose them over that, then so be it. I mean, just like I said earlier, I lost a whole bunch of people I thought were on my side, but I'd rather find it out before than after. I went ahead and told, I was like, look, I've already done the research and all that stuff. I was nice about it. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I mean, but she accepted it. Now, I don't know if she'll let me back in her place without it again. But if it comes to that, it comes to that. Hopefully it doesn't. So, I mean, hopefully your sister, she'll be okay with that, or she'll eventually figure it out. I wouldn't have too much hope riding on that, but, there you go. You can't control other people. What can you say? Are we talking slow Walking Dead zombies or super fast Resident Evil zombies? I'm cool with slow zombies. Goes fast, but no thanks. Go read the article Zombie, by the way. There's my comment. It finally showed up. Chris Von Erich, go check him out. That's rough, Walter. Sorry you have to go through that. Yeah, I mean, what can you say? I mean, family is not, there's that saying that blood's thicker than water. Here's the full quote. The blood on the field is thicker than the water of the womb. Just because you were born with them doesn't mean that they're that they're going to be there for you. Genetics does not equal a relationship. I had COVID, nothing happened, but lost my smell. So I'm just saying, off the line, man. Hell, just do what I've been looking to. Get into looking one of the, if it comes to that, get one of those, forged, armband passports or negative test result or something like that. Just go do that. That's what I'm looking into. If I have to get groceries, if I have to have one of those, just get groceries or something. All right. I'm going to leave my comment there. Go check him out. I'll be on his show later today. We continue. Conveniently left out are all the pregnancies that were terminated within hours after getting the jab. And if early reports alongside this are any indication, let's just say infertility might be a hot button topic in 2022. I call it the retard remover for a reason. In fairness, he was wicked baked at the time. Some things just slip the mind when that happens. Hang on, let me see if I can find that comment. God damn it, this thing has the fucking memory of a goldfish. Nope, that screenshot's, god damn it. Go back to Bluetooth. Okay, yeah, here we continue this. It's estimated that nearly 500 million people in the 20th century died from smallpox. 10% of the population. Guess what doesn't happen anymore? The COVID vaccine has risk. And around 900 people have died after receiving the vaccine, but it's not fully determined if this is a direct cause. Okay. Even if it were the cause of those 900 deaths, it's still safer than driving. Damn. I did not mean for this post to be this long. Again, I'm wicked baked right now. Oh, man. Oh, man. I discovered this stuff called Delta 8. It's basically like THC's cousin. I get it in gummy form. So it gets you all really good without the psychotropic stuff. Somehow it managed to avoid scrutiny from the DEA for now. God, I'm not against it, but I can see why people say, smoking weed is so fucking bad for you. I kind of see why now. Because of people like this. But wait, there's more. Are you shocked even though he said he was done? I, for one, am floored. Someone else rightly points out the difference between the airman and the syphilis group that was experimented on, albeit with his own personal attacks on Prince, though given a clear misstep was somewhat warranted. Prince, of course, not only retroactively covers his tracks, but then tried to reverse the shame on the guy that pointed it out and explained it. Basically saying he should have figured it out, as if it was his responsibility to figure out his intent. Again, how do you think making a fuck up that bad will go over? I'm just asking for a friend here. Hang on. Let me see if I can find that. There we go. So here's somebody actually crossed out. I didn't reach out to this guy. I reached out to the other one. Oh, we'll get to that in a moment. Tuskegee Airmen, you really are out of your league here. The Tuskegee experiment was the United States lying to poor black men with syphilis about their diagnosis to watch to see what untreated syphilis does. Even after penicillin discovered, I think he meant was discovered, as a viable treatment, the doctors withheld this lifesavers. Jesus Christ, sure. I mean, well, come on. If you confuse the Tuskegee experiment with the Tuskegee Airmen, I mean, two groups of people that the only thing they share is their fucking race and, genetic lines. That's a real big fucking misstep. I'm just saying. That's right. I'll have to look at where to get one. Yeah, definitely. I'm just getting it as insurance. Hey, maybe I need to fly somewhere. I'm pretty sure, in the coming months to fly anywhere, you're going to need to have one of these fucking retard passports. There you go. There's a name for it. Retard passports. Everything related to the whole 2020 demic is going to be labeled for retards because that's exactly what it is. There we go. Retard passport. Okay, go check out his channel and subscribe to it. He does a thing called the red lens, so he'll be having his signature red lenses on. That's how you know how to find him. Let me get the rest of this. Here's his half-ass explanation. That's exactly what I'm referring to. Clearly, I misspoke with quote-unquote airmen. Why would I think he was comparing the vaccine to pilots? I think it's shameful and disgusting to compare the COVID vaccine to what they did to those men. Just a scant bit deductive reason could have gotten you there. Well, hold off on that for a second because I think you get to it here. It should be noted that this post brought all this to my attention. This was the post that brought all this to my attention, and the caption should show why this became an entire thing. Aside from his quote-unquote favorite argument tactic, he also states why he didn't include whatever sparked all this off, sorta. Oops, I get the wrong button. No, I didn't. So here's what he said. One of my more favorite argument tactics is when someone jumps all over you when you misspeak. When if they just exerted the slightest bit of mental energy, they could have came to that conclusion on their own. You confused the Tuskegee experiment with the Tuskegee Airmen. That's a real fucking misstep. Of course people called you on it, you goddamn idiot. This is why I should be more awake when I read these. Also, I'll never post names or handles. Also, won't tell you their name or handle, so don't ask. It's not how I get down. Yeah, sure. I'll read the rest of this and we'll get back to the article. It's always hard to know whether it's worth it or not to engage. Some people are smart but misguided. Some people are real dumb and misguided and have a serious case of Dunning-Kruger. Oh my God. You don't fucking say. The latter being my least favorite to quote unquote argue with, as the dude in my previous post. You're not winning, quote unquote, or getting through to someone with an inflated sense of self coupled with willful ignorance and limited intelligence. You don't fucking say. Jeez, now where have I fucking seen this before? Projection isn't a strong enough word for this shit. It really isn't. To get back to what I had to say about this at the time. Perhaps the idea is to protect the other guy from retaliation from others reading all this. Make no mistake. This also not only leaves out how he started all this, never found it, by the way, but unless the other person finds this, makes it impossible for them to defend themselves, meaning Prince can say whatever he wants with more or less impunity, which in my opinion is just short of cowardice. Actually, now looking and reading this and all that, I don't even think cowardice is a strong enough word for this. You know, you're outright hiding the fucking context. See, whenever I get into issue, and I think that's one reason why people like me on Twitter. If I get into some fucking conflict with somebody, I get the screenshots of that shit whenever I can. I show it right fucking there. Like, here's what fucking happened. Here's why I'm making that fucking comment. And draw your own damn conclusions. This guy did not fucking do that. And even fails at that, as not only Splinter, who's a mutual friend, pointed out, but I myself reached out to the original guy for the context Prince didn't provide. By the way, spoiler alert, he didn't even know. He didn't know until I brought it to his attention. And he got unfriended from him, too. I'm just saying. And Boros, if you're muting people, please stop muting people. He then continues with an entire victory parade of self-indulgence and ridicule, which I'll just let speak for itself. Oh, there's more to that. Hang on. Here we go. It's always hard to know whether it's worth it or not to engage. Some people are... Oh, no, okay, I read that part. Also, I'm fully aware of the irony. While I can't attest to my personal IQ or intelligence level, I can assure you I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. Sure you are. Trust me, ask me how I know. I've gotten into it with him more than once. And I don't let my ego get in the way of trying to see someone else's point of view. I'm at least making a concerted effort to not be a dick. Really? Okay, sure. Despite this dude's caustic name calling and clear anger issues, huh? We always have to go back to emotions we're talking about. Yeah. When you make a fuck up and someone points it out, clearly you got issues. It's like it's like arguing with the goddamn woman. It's like, who hurt you? Do you have mommy issues? I'm sure it's probably next in here. There ain't good issues. He's clearly got a page I agree with on occasion, and I think he's a moderately intelligent brain floating in the. There's a moderately intelligent brain floating in the skull of his. So I'll occasionally engage with some of the posts I don't agree with. My God. It's almost like a forecasting of the message that I have coming up here. It's almost like that. To be honest, they always seem to devolve into him telling me to get fucked or something along these lines. God. The Path Unknown has another video that popped up. Actually, go check him out. Path Unknown. Get fucked on this. Okay. Maybe I've made a bad choice. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you made a bad choice, all right, homeboy. That was my caption for that. There's plenty to pick apart in this. Projections galore for starters. The one I found the most delicious, however, was the use of Dunning-Kruger effect, which basically is the dumber you are on a subject, the smarter you think you are. Given how this entire argument, at least what he posted, went into anyone that actually knows how to make an argument, let alone knows what one is in the first place, the clown world cavalcade of irony he thinks he's aware of is sweet enough to throw a room full of lifelong carnivores into a diabetic coma in minutes. Speaking of safetyphd.com, as someone who may know a bit on the subject matter, I don't have that on hand, but I'll have that ready later. Now, one could say that maybe this guy at another time could be reasoned with. Unless you're someone like me that not only has been at this for the better part of 2 decades, literally on a debate team at one point for what that's worth, but has had multiple skirmishes with him over the past couple of years, often leading into side fights with his quote-unquote friends, who, surprise, surprise, utilize the same topics, tactics that he doesn't realize he uses. I'll get to those at another time. What are y'all arguing about? This isn't even. This wasn't even involving me, Bull Rush. This is an altercation I saw of him getting to someone else, and basically what he was doing was, and I've seen him do this before. He'll put up a post, basically kind of like as bait, and then when somebody, takes the bait and then calls him on his bullshit, he tries to make some goddamn point and he tries to gloat over it. That's essentially what he's doing. Again, that'll be out later today or tomorrow, depending on how much time I have. Oh, here we go. Right into it. One of these in particular stands out not only as an example of Prince clearly not learning from his mistakes, but as one of the same baiting tactics. That's right. He's done this before. I hope you're sitting down for this. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. We're not going to read all of this. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I am not reading all of this. I'll put it in the post, but that's gonna take way too fucking long. I'll give you the cliff notes. Basically, it was a whole thing about Orange Man bad and he's saying like anyone who's in support of anything to the right of Mao or Stalin, or our stunning and brave 46th president, is they're all NPCs. Again, projections galore. And then Splinter a friend of the show, like he commented on it. I had my own comment was basically saying, I'm glad I'm not this pathetic, going to my whole shaming tactics, like, how do you fucking basically like, okay, yes, you are right. Again, the thumbnail here. Yes, you are right. Don't argue with fools. Don't bother. We'll get to that in a moment. And Splinter gets into Kung Flu is funny. What is it? Creepy Joe has over 40 years of gaffes. Basically, he's pointing out all the right points, which Prince was waiting on. And then he jumps on it and is like, what was it? That's my point. Did you even read what I wrote? Most progressives are willing to critique those in our political and party parameters. Why can't you and your ilk do the same? Whatever. Basically, and then I point that out to him. He wanted to bait you into stating the fucking obvious, and he's gloating that he succeeded. Perhaps that makes people like you the fool in this particular scenario. But just ask yourself, what does that make to Opinion Prince that he has the time and actually used it for that? What kind of person actually thinks this shit is clever? I can tell you this. I know which of you I want behind me in a firefight. I mean, that kind of sums up the point that I wanted to make here, but we'll continue. One can only guess as to what point these quote unquote gotcha posts is other than for a quick dopamine hit. He clearly isn't getting elsewhere. My guess is this is his display of intellectual and political prowess and knowledge. But as you can see, intellectual honesty ain't in his deck of cards. As being corrected, argued with, even mocked and ridiculed, did about as much to change him as a paintball marker would do to knock down a brick wall. And given that not only is he unwilling to learn a damn thing, even though he states as much, but he's actively trolling for sport. What do you do with the quote unquote friend like this? And then I have what was it, underrated scene here. I think, what was it? You guys ever seen the movie Pearl Harbor? There's that scene that's after the big action scene where Pearl Harbor gets, halfway obliterated by a blitzkrieg from Japan. And they have the hospital scene, where you got people coming in missing legs, bleeding all over the place and all that stuff. And there's this nurse, kind of assessing, all the victims of that. And then one of the guys, like, he's clearly gone. He's going out. He's out the door. He's not going to make it, but he's still causing it where, nurse he's looking. I was like, asking, like, is he going to be okay? Like, what's going on? And the nurse is kind of, I don't think he's patting him on the head, but she basically like, don't worry, you're going to be okay. But at the same time, she's putting a tag on what I'm going to guess is a numb leg of his, basically saying like, don't bother trying to treat him. Don't try to resuscitate him. Like he's not going to make it. So, take the time you're going to spend on this guy who's not going to make it and work on somebody who is. Will Rush is right. Dude obviously doesn't. Hey, I'll give him this. You know what? You can tell he got laid at least once because he has a son. Actually, you know what? Who knows? He might have. Maybe he got laid. He got laid once. Who knows if the son's actually his? Here we go. Triage, as defined by Merriam-Webster. We're going with the second definition in this. Number 2, in assigning of priority order to projects on the basis of where funds and other resources can be best used, are most needed, or are most likely to achieve success. There's a link to the definition. In other words, focus your efforts on areas, in this case, people in your relationships with them, where they would make a difference and away from where they won't. It should be obvious by now, the prince isn't going to learn a damn thing until he has to start paying for it, to the point he's blatant about it. So why even bother? In this case, even for someone like me that likes getting into arguments for fun, and a lot of times, for other reasons, I get to make points and examples and have lessons to draw from. This shit has gotten so repetitive that it's boring, and if it continues, I'll probably just mute the guy so I don't even see what BS he's posting about. Oh God, we got more shit from Red Sings the Blues. Go check him out, by the way. He's gonna go live in 30 minutes, so I'm gonna get out of here soon. I gotta go pick up beer and a replacement fucking bottle of replacement handle of tequila for the one that I ended up dropping. You know, I ended up fucking dropping because the bagger, whoever bagged my shit, didn't bag it right. Also, a whole fucking bottle of tequila. And by the way, in case you didn't know, that's just expensive. You know, Washington State has the worst fucking liquor taxes in the entire goddamn country. So yeah, what was it, $35, $40 bottle of eggs? It costs like $50, $60 here. Yeah, kind of a big deal when you drop one of those. Sport brands. His wife's boyfriend's kid. Hell, I'll give his wife credit for this. You know, if it was a Tyrone and not a Chad, at least, I don't know. At least she got rid of that one, or she took the Plan B pill for it. You know, she's gotten that. Prince is gonna learn a damn thing until he has to start paying for it, to the point he's blatant about it. So why even bother? In his case, for someone like me, okay, I read all this. And if it continues, I'll probably just mute the guy so I don't even see what BS he's posting about. Even if I'm on social media, I have better things to do than see the same shit over and over again. But I know those of you reading this and now listening to it have otherwise decent people like this and don't want to necessarily cut them out of your lives for whatever reason. Like, what's his name? Walther earlier, you know, sisters say, you know, okay, maybe hopefully you get the vaccine so we can see each other again, you know. I'm sure Walter, likes his sister and all this, you know. He doesn't want to cut her out of his life, you know. I've got people that I don't want to cut in my life, you know. I'm willing to do it, but, you know, it's not necessarily that I want to, right? You know, so hopefully I got a lesson. Hopefully I got a reason that I actually wrote in here. But ask yourself a question. How much is your time worth? Huh? Dad teaches the words to my son. I think he runs his own channel. I did that last night to a bottle of whiskey. Popped right out the side of the bag last night. I'm not sure what he means. Alcohol's going up in price here. Really? That's one of the things, if I remember, I mean, I was last in the state in 2012, you know, to actually buy anything, but that's one of the only things that California got right was, the other thing basically is like, all you do is pay whatever the local tax is, like the local sales tax. There wasn't any add-ons to it. You could buy it in any, you know, pharmacy or grocery store or whatever. Huh, okay. Good to know California fucked that up too. Yeah, bacon flavored bourbon. I think I had before. I'll be honest, I was not totally impressed. I actually did try making my own. Like I tried to infuse, you know, bourbon with cooked bacon, and for whatever reason, that didn't work out all that well either. So I don't know. It's one of those, I don't want to say ironic things, but that's one of those unfortunate things that I've never been able to successfully try or get to work. So I don't know. If you've got any recommendations for me to try, I'll actually go look for it and try it, and I'll report back to it. You know? At least in my area, depending on the store. Shit. Yeah. There we go. Well, you're in San Francisco, so I mean, what isn't fucked up in that area? Although I've had people that live in Seattle, you know, they went to the nightlife back when nightlife was a thing. They've gone to San Francisco and they've actually had a better time than they had in Seattle. So, hell, at least the nightlife is better than it is here. Bottle of whiskey broke in my driveway 5 minutes after I bought it. Oh, that's what you mean. Sorry. $30 to feed it. Yeah, exactly. I just remember looking, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. No, I mean, I had 2 other handles of liquor that I had, another bottle of tequila and a bottle of bourbon. I mean, yeah, 2/3 of it made it. And then now I have, I'm going to be taking off from here. I'll get to go pick up a 18 pack of Red Hook beers, decent ones, and a replacement bottle. Hey, at least hey, that's one thing, fine. Okay, I dropped the handle, it's not the end of the world. I don't have to go teetotal or anything. You're like, fine, well, at least you go buy a replacement bottle, even with the worst fucking taxes in the country. Cigarettes are $12 a pack. I don't even know how much. I don't know I'm not in cigarettes, so I don't know. Love or hate it. Try it, it doesn't taste right. Yeah, exactly. It's like I can taste what they're trying to go with it, but yeah, just something ain't right there. I don't know why. All right. Let me reread this just so we can get back on track here. I know those of you reading this otherwise decent people, well, you being one of them, you have otherwise decent people like this and don't want to necessarily cut them out of your lives for whatever reason, but ask yourself a question. How much is your time worth? Understand time is the only commodity you never get back. Therefore, truly is the only commodity we all have. This is a point I was making. I think I made it a couple times on a Dark Show, where he talks about money is evil and all that. And I get the point that he's making. But understand, all money is a representation of, your time multiplied basically by the value you bring. So it's not good or evil. It just is. But that's a whole separate point. Maybe I'll do a whole poster show on that another time. It doesn't take that much time to explain. Aaron Clary does a pretty good explanation of that himself. Question is, how much time are you spending having arguments like this with these quote-unquote friends versus actually enjoying your time with them? Which is one reason why I would imagine you became friends in the first place. The other being, how much could you depend on this friend in a time of need, in particular if it comes down between you and their politics? Which one would they choose over the other? Until recent times, going back to Prince, I figured, given real life examples like LAW, Australian Liberal buddy that I could hang out with, maybe we could go grab a beer. But now I'm not quite as sure, and I'm not really motivated to find out for myself, especially since I only know him online. I'd rather meet with Splinter in person, who doesn't pull shit like this. It should be noted that both of them live roughly in the same area. As far as friends in real life, you think it should be are worth saving, but it says is worth saying. My recommendation would be to have a come to Jesus conversation with them. Better to hash this out up front rather than let it go on over time. This goes back to, just for Walter here. This goes back, like I was saying, my mom asked, like, hey, we got the vaccine or we're getting the vaccine whenever, or, the jab. Sorry. There we go. This video is getting removed. Go to goddamnbacon.com. You'll hear the an isolated audio. So ask, hey, are you going to get the vaccine? You know what? I mean, I could have avoided that. I could have, said, hey, I could have lied. Say, hey, I'm getting it or whatever. But I decided to go ahead and say, hey, you know what? Look, I'm not getting it. I'm not going to. Here's my reasoning for it. I didn't need to challenge him on that. I didn't even ask, like, hey, is that okay with you? Like, are you going to ask? It's like, just put it out there, just see how they react. And, luckily, as far as I know, they're like, oh, she's like, okay, we understand, whatever. Hey, I may never see her again. Who knows? I haven't got to that point. We're still in good communication. But you know what? You got to be willing to have a come Jesus moment. I'm gonna put this in there. Stephen Mullen brought this up quite a few years ago. It's the against me argument. We talk about these new laws. Like, oh my God, like I'll tell you what these what do you call it? These anti-Second Amendment laws that somehow keep popping up. where you want to make people felons worthy of going to jail overnight. Say, hey, you're in support of this, so you're in support of me, either going to jail or getting outright killed by, at the hands of firearms, ironically. So, and I've gotten into this with LAW. Like, you say you're laissez-faire, you say you want to let people, live and let live, but you're still in favor of all these laws that says the opposite, says otherwise. So are you so wedded to your ideologies that you're literally willing to see me go to jail or get shot? And you know what? If they're willing to do that, then I don't know why you'd want to be associated with them anyways. But at the very least, it should at least give them pause as to what they're saying. We finished the rest of this. That alone will save you time, let alone headache. And if you end up losing them over this, were they really your friends in the first place? I know for myself, I have better things to do. Money to make, projects to work on, house/car fires to put out, workouts to perform, podcast/live streams to listen to. Going on Chris Von Erich's show later tonight or next week or something like that. Investments to manage, actual family and friends to spend time with. Impulse purchases from Etsy.com/shop/Lazarus Razors. And we are the failslave.com to make. Hang on a second. I'm going to bring this up. Do I have a picture in here of her? Yeah. I don't know if I do. God damn it, I don't think so. Nope, I don't. Never mind. Yeah. I have a caption, women sliding into my DM that look like this. I'll bring it up at some point. Hell, even to taking the time writing all this, mentally stimulating and entertaining as it is, was time that could have been allocated elsewhere. And even if I thought this would help Prince or anyone else like him, literally anything else would have a better ROI. Isn't that worth chasing instead? And I don't remember what picture I had for this, but I'm sure I'll find it. So obviously, women are supposed to chase you, not the other way around, but I digress. That's a scary line of logic. Blue Sticks, if you want to clarify what you mean by that, you mean my line of logic? Look, you know what? Again, like I said, you know what? Just because they're related to you genetically doesn't make them friends or family or whatever. I've said before. Hell, I told you about a brother who I literally grew up with. Like, I known him since before he was born. Who went off the fucking retard end because he found out that I wasn't, I wasn't invested in black culture anymore. I literally got called every fucking name in the book. Oreo, Oreo, Uncle Tom, Conan, all of them. It got to the point where he actually literally left the house, crying in tears. I haven't spoken to him since. You think I want to rely on that guy over, I don't know. Shit, I'd rather rely on you assholes than this guy in a goddamn firefight. And if the other party has been vaccinated, then why does it matter what I do? It's the whole conform to the party thing. You're right. By the way, if you heard Turn Fleet Monkey's appearance on Terrence Pop show, like, he actually explains it's not even V-jab or whatever. It's just to lessen the symptoms. And by the way, there's other strains out there, so you still need to mask up. And we got, by the way, since there's other strains, apparently you're probably going to have a million other jabs you're going to need to take and other passports you're going to need to get. About the gun rights. It makes sense. Oh, about the gun rights, it makes sense to serious. Yeah, scary line a lot, you know. I don't know. But again, you know, as far as this guy goes, like, am I going to change this mind? You know, why even bother? Yeah, why would I even bother being friends with this kind of person? He's to the point where, you know, he's starting this shit just for fucking fun. At least if I steer some shit, there's a fucking reason. This guy's doing it just for fucking brownie points, for maybe just himself. I don't know. But whoever the fuck he's trying to press, I don't know. And I'm going to go back to this. We'll end it on this. Boros said it best. Fuck them. Let them burn. No, again, this guy isn't going to learn jack shit until he actually has to start paying for it. Again, you know, there's a reason I put those other quotes about, you know, fighting on the internet and all this shit. He's doing this shit on Instagram. God knows where else he's doing this shit. But it's the same. It's all on the fucking, it's all online. It's all behind the safety of a smart screen or a keyboard. You know, it ain't till he actually has to physically or financially start paying for the words that comes out of his mouth or his fingers that he's going to learn a goddamn thing on it. And you know what? Hell, I've already tried. Hell, I'm kicking myself in the ass for even trying. You know what? Again, what's the secret to life's happiness? Don't argue with fools. Well, I disagree. Yes, you are right. You don't argue with fools. Walter. His Instagram is 2 Penny Prince. Hang on. I was looking for a picture of one of the chicks that's in my what do you call it? My no, she's been messaging me just damn near every day, every night now. She keeps tagging me and shit. Hang on, let me bring it up. Streamless Bluetooth. What is it? This 2_Penny_Prince. That's his Instagram. Yeah. I had a friend 2 years ago who went woke. Had to protect all women and all black folks because they're so weak they need his ass. Loved him like a brother, but I don't have time for a new back. Yeah, let them fucking go. No, that goes back to what was it? It was a 13 lies that retards believe in. I think it's number 6 or number 7. You know, white males are inherent bigots. I mean, that kind of encapsulates. We need to protect all women, all black, because apparently we're all fucking children, right? You know, look, you got to let people like that go because, you know, again, look, if they're going to put their politics ahead of their own damn relationships with people they know, why the fuck do you want that kind of person around? That's the whole point of the triage. Are you going to change this person? Are they going to change their goddamn minds? You know, are they going to listen to you? Well, if not, then I don't have time for it. And I don't care who it is. Those are nonsense. So yeah, 2 Penny Prince. Yeah, it took me a minute to get the name of it took me a minute to get the irony of his handle. He spells it out, by the way, TWO. He doesn't put number 2. Did you see the post? I'm not sure which one you mean. The fuck is that? I don't think I'm gonna find it, but okay. It's okay. Actually, you know what? Since we're on still, let me see something. One, I want to see if there we go. Road preparedness. I don't know, for whatever reason, every time I log into Instagram, one of the road preparedness is one of her posts is always the first one I end up seeing. I don't know why. There's what's her name? A-Dub. Guess she's been busy. Red Sings the Blues is on he's on Instagram right now. Darklight Dugan. Atham. Morgan's on there. Oh, what's her name? Let me see something. Is she still hang on a second. Oh damn, she got axed, or she deleted her account or something like that. I don't know what happened to her. I was fucking you see it? God damn it. Hang on. Where's the display thing? That's what I was trying to tell Dark to do last night when he was showing off everybody's fucking guns, so every agent ever can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but that was one of the chicks that was sliding in my fucking DMs that I was talking about. I won't give away the other one. All right. Whatever. Hang on. There's a reason I clicked into this. God damn it. There, Clary, Instagrammer, Splinter. Oh. Where is he? Oh, shit. Now I can't fucking find it. Oh, Dare Blaze. I think it was after this. Oh, wait. There it is. Small dude grappling. That was the guy who he ended up arguing with. Okay, yeah, here we go. So I asked him, hey, saw some skirmish you got into with two penny prints and wanted more context on this. I'm currently writing about it. He did a shit job on purpose, my assumption, of masking your handle. He didn't include the original post you commented on, but taking a wild guess, it was something about the VJab that you brought up Tuskegee experiments and Pfizer on. No worries. You currently aren't included personally, aside from what he posted, and will stay that way if you prefer. LOL, this is what he's saying. Well, thanks for reaching out and let me know. I'm fairly sure he blocked me, but yeah, I definitely have expressed distrust over the pharmaceutical companies and making the vaccine as well as programs like Tuskegee experiments. Something told me he didn't tell you. That alone is good to know. Thanks. No problem. I'd love to see what he posted in your article when you're done. Okay, yeah. I should have had that out. Well, now last month, but I'll get that out. I'll go ahead and follow him too. Anti-war war vet. Cool. Why don't I go ahead and do this? So the screenshots of that. Well, yeah. So I reached out to the guy who he tried, quote unquote, protecting, and yeah, of course he wasn't told about it. Again, why would I want to have this guy as a friend? Not worth my fucking time. Not worth their fucking time. Yeah, I look at this shit and but it's an example. Okay. Do you have people like this in your life? Why are you wasting your time with them? All right, a few more comments and then I'm going to get the hell out of here. From CRS and the hot sax player. No, I have not, but I'll go check for it. Just go a P-30. Oh, like the plane? Let's give him a shout out real quick. Fighter Pilot Podcast. FighterPilotPodcast.com. That's a fun show to listen to. It's a fun podcast to listen to. It's a guy who actually was in the the Top Gun program. And he served in I think he served in Iraq or Afghanistan or something. He was in the Navy. And Bull Rush just fell out of his damn chair. But yeah, it's a real entertaining show. And one of the latest posts he put out was he goes back to the World War II planes and stuff. And he just put one out on the P-30. I guess he found somebody who actually flew it way back when, which I think that's something I told him to do. Is like, okay, it's cool. It's cool going this other stuff, but maybe get to the World War II stuff that people will be interested in soon. Because I don't know if you knew this. These people, that was a long time ago. These people who actually flew these planes or have experience with them, they're not going to be around forever. So maybe get to them. He's doing that now. So secular religion they believe in, but every religion needs a boogie to scare follow. Yeah, 100%. You see like this, whatever politics it is, yeah, okay, we can make fun of people on the right, but you know what? That's been the safe and easiest studying brave punching bag to go to, because it really doesn't take that much to to try to shame people who are self-critical. Yeah, my whole thing of, white bells are inherent bigots. Well, of course you're going to pick on them because you're a fucking coward. Yeah, but I mean, that's all that is, and goes for every ism too, feminism, veganism, environmentalism, other isms. Because, again, just like every man and whatever, they're going to have their vice. It's just whether they will be able to admit to it or not. Everybody's going to need their religion, everyone has to have something to believe in. It's the ones that say they don't believe in anything. Those are the ones you need to be worried about because, like Bull Rush is saying, it's just something else. Trust me, I'll trust Christians over people who say they're atheists these days. That's the photo of someone, but that's who you're really talking to. Yeah, it was. I don't know. She had disappeared from it. I guess I know why now. I guess her account got deleted. That was the other thing. I think her account got deleted because she was posting a lot of let's just say anti-mainstream media memes and stuff. She was posting a lot of that stuff. God damn it, I think I got some screenshots, but dude, she had a real nice body, dude. Some real nice cans too. Oh well, whatever. Trust me, there's more in the there's more in DMs than her, so I'm not worried about it. Pistol, okay, yeah, like P380. I don't hear that many good stories about that particular round. Other than that, you could use it at a gun that's chambered in 357. Well, look, I'm not here to judge. Everybody can get into fucking caliber wars all they want. Again, it's whatever you got and whatever you can hit somebody with. That's really the most important. Hell, I think what was it? The one of the most proven rounds that actually stopped somebody in the World War was like 22 long rifle. I mean, so if you can stop somebody with that, you can stop somebody with 380 or 9mm or 223 556. Or, you want to really fucking up the scales. Okay, minimum home defense is 40mm, anti-air artillery. There you go. Again, like Bull Rush and everyone else say, agree and amplify. Dad brought home something from D-Day. He took off an officer. Enemy officer or one of his. I don't know. Just turn off the air compressor so I could hear. I'm not sure if I should ask. No, Blue Sticks. He was here earlier. No, author P38, you knucklehead. All right, there you go. But yeah, I recorded the audio to, to this, the whole triage thing. You know what? I'll tell you what. Since I have the audio recorded, and I got to upload it, at least as far as I can tell. I'll at least get the audio in a rough draft uploaded so you guys can listen to it and read it for yourselves. I'll try to get the pictures and all that stuff up there too. Well, I'll at least have that up on the site. Again, thegoddamnbacon.com shouldn't be too hard a site to find. But yeah, I'll have that up at least for you guys. So just keep an eye out later today. Just quick little bit of a house cleaning before I sign off here. Have any last comments? Go ahead and throw them in. I should be on Chris Von Erich's show later tonight. I think it's a 6 p.m. East or 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I could be wrong, but whatever. Sometime. I'll be on there. Here we go. I found it. Chris Von Erich, that's the channel. Yeah. I'm out of here in a minute or so. Red Sings the Blues just went live, so I'm gonna go check out his video. And while I get ready to get dressed and go pick up, my beer and my replacement handle of booze to the one that I dropped fucking last night. God, that's a whole fucking handle, like half a gallon, just fucking gone. Son of a bitch. My Instagram is the goddamn bacon. It's the way that it's spelled here on my thing, but just it's all one word. Yeah, so that should be it. All right. Let's see. Anything else you need to get to? You know, another thing. If you're new here, hit the notification bell. I'll just say that. If you liked what you heard, then hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment after this. Let me know what you think about it. All right. This is awesome. I'm going to have to check out more of your previous hosts for some good listening. Okay. Thanks for your time today, brother. Stay free. I'm blessed. I love you all. Hey, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man. All right. Cool. I'm out of here. I got stuff to do. I'm going to tune into Chris Von Erich later. Hope you guys are having a good day, too. Author P38. I guess we'll call you that. Have a good day. I'll do those things. Thanks, man. All right. Everybody go out there, kick ass, take care. Stay free, keep it tactical, and above all else, be chaos, my friends.